Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video we'll be having a look at two 1:24 cars. One is the Shelby Cobra and on the right you have the Ferrari Enzo. Both of these are unlicensed, so there are few drawbacks because of this thing, because of the fact that they are unlicensed, but also there are some plus points. One point is that they cost almost half as much as a Burago, and another thing about this unlicensed cars is they have like a lot of options to choose from. And another thing that I like about these 1:24 scale cars is that they come with the lights, which is good because like even if you buy a Buraga, you might have to customize it if you want to add the LEDs and things like that. And there are people who do it. So having lights is good in one way, although it's not too good in 1:24, but it's a good thing to have. And they cost almost half as much as a Burago, so that's good. Now moving on, let's have a look at one car at a time. Maybe we'll start with the Shelby Cobra. So both the cars are fully openable. Here in the front we can see this part is just painted on. There is, I think it's one big piece of plastic because it's a budget model, almost half the price of a Burago, so this is what you expect. We have the indicators here again, which is just painted in orange, and there is a stripe in red that is running straight in the center, which is pretty neatly done. So I think that's good. It looks good. There is a small hole here for the air intake, and this is how the engine looks. Hardly any details there. It's mostly chrome and no depth to it. If you can see, there is no depth. It's just one piece of plastic that's put there and no details whatsoever. But yeah, I mean, we can't complain given the price point. Moving on to the interiors, we can open the doors and just maybe have a closer look at the interiors. Let me see if I can zoom in a bit. Yeah, so as you can see, all the dials are completely blank. There is no details whatsoever, and I think the steering is movable. There's no linkage. You can just move the steering completely around. That's it. Let me just maybe zoom back out, and yeah, the steering it's freely steerable. That's what it is. There is no steering linkage whatsoever. You can see the steering front wheel just moves without anything happening to the steering. The boot can also be opened. There is nothing here. It's just again blank. Plain. It does have suspension. That is a pretty good thing. And overall, I feel the car does capture the essence of the Shelby Cobra, even though it's unlicensed. It does have it does capture the proper shape and profile. Everything is neatly done. Moving on, we can just turn on the lights. Yeah, when it comes to the underneath, there is hardly any details. There's a speaker for the sound. That is one thing which I don't like much, but yeah, I mean, you can't get away from that. It's always there, and it does have the pullback function. Now it does have the lights only on mode, which is currently the switch is currently in that mode. So in that position, we have the LEDs on in the front and the rear. It looks pretty good. Yeah, let me just turn it back off and see if we have covered. Yeah, the other thing is just the horn with the steering and that sound. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Let's move on to the next car, the Enzo. So let's just do the same thing that we did with the Shelby Cobra. I think to open the hood, there is a small switch here. Let's just try to open it. Yeah, I mean, you don't find any details here, but yeah, you can open it. That's one good thing, because the Burago also has a Enzo, and I don't think it's fully openable. From what I remember, only two doors can open, and I think the front also does open, but the engine bay is sealed. But at least in this Enzo, they have provided the openable engine bay. And so you can have a closer look at the logo over there. It clearly is not a Ferrari logo. And if you see what is written here, instead of Ferrari, it is fastest. So that's something funny, and I just wanted to mention it in the video. Now moving on, let's open the doors. And yeah, so that's how they look. This I think this is just made of rubber, the mirrors, so it won't break easily. That's one good thing. And I think the seats do have some sort of a color. There's red here, but it's completely plain interior. Mostly it's black also. There is hardly any details, but I think the AC vents are painted. Yes, so that's good. Moving on to the rear, we have hardly any details when it comes to the engine. There is nothing basically, but we can't complain at this price point. We are getting this at almost half the price of a Burago. So yeah, I think it looks good this way when I just zoom out, and yes, see when it is closed, it does look good. It says this is just the windscreen wiper. It is attached to the windscreen, so that's one thing. And let's just turn on the lights and see how it looks. Okay, so this is this is how it looks with the lights on. And the rear, that's one thing, you don't clearly see it turned on. I don't know why it's a problem with the camera, but if I tilt it, you can see that it is turned on. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it about this 1:24 scale cars. Having said that, I would like to wrap up this video because there is nothing much. In the next video, we'll be having a look at the Daytona SP3, which is also in 1:24 scale. And I think we don't have any 1:24 scale Daytona SP3 by Burago or anything. I think there are a few kits available, but as a model car, I don't think anyone is selling it at the moment. So anyway, we'll see in the next video. We'll have a quick look at the Daytona SP3. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.